Well, now, guys,
Wait a minute, hold on. Everybody's.
People eating chips.
Wilson's always sitting down. I swear to God, that kid sits down more than I do, and I sit a lot.
Nice. Can you take that one off?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, take it off.
Make sure when they hide it with a chair.
all right, guys. So
Yeah, serious shit.
after I just vacuumed my lines, okay, I still have air in my hose. All right. So to prevent air getting into this tank, I'm gonna bleed this line out. Okay. All right.
Everybody saw
I
that?
got the air out of it. Okay.
Right.
So that's going in here. This valve is closed. I'm gonna go ahead and open this up.
You're leaking.
It was. All right, so this is open now. This is closed. I'm gonna start with vapor, liquid. Okay.
And which one's the liquid, Josh?
It says liquid on it.
And that's what, the blue?
Yeah. Yeah, you just set it on the liquid.
Yep.
All right.
Because water is blue.
Hey, Josh.
Okay. So I got it open on liquid. I haven't even turned anything on yet. Okay. This is already filling up. So you guys can hear that. This is open. My tank's filling up. It's gonna get super cold. Okay. To speed this process up, I could heat this tank up. Okay. With some type of warm water. I put it in a bucket, but we don't need to do that right now.
Are we leaking?
No, nothing's leaking. What you guys are hearing is the sound of refrigerant traveling through the lines and into this tank.
Matt, don't block my way, please.
So I want to make sure I'm on liquid, because you start off removing it as a liquid, and then I'm going to turn it on. Okay? And what we should be seeing is our pressure is dropping. And this does take time. The colder it is, the longer this will take. And this is the process of reclaiming, recovery, or recycling. Removing the refrigerant from the appliance and putting it in a tank. Okay? And we're doing this so now we can reuse our refrigerant, okay? Because we didn't lose any refrigerant at all, so we still have the integrity of the refrigerant. All right? We're moving it all out of the system, and we're putting it into our reclaimed tank. And we still have virgin refrigerant to fill this back up, and we'll do that tomorrow.
All right.
Tell you the amount you take out the machine.
Excuse me?
Tell you the amount of liquid you take out.
Yeah, so once it's not taking any more out, I'm gonna take it to vapor, and now we get the remaining amount of liquid refrigerant out of the system.
So liquid's just quicker.
Yeah,
How
absolutely.
do you know the amount
I
that
see
is
you're
taken out?
using one side of the valve.
Yeah,
You got
I'm
to
using
have
the
a
liquid
scale.
side. Yeah, there's a liquid and a vapor side.
After you can use the vapor.
Yeah.
Wait the tank before
When you gonna know when to move the switch with liquid?
When these numbers start to drop and they don't drop anymore. Okay.
So, and you wouldn't switch it from the liquid to the vapor side before switching it to a liquid, would you?
No. So when I do that, I'll turn it off. I'll close my valves and I switch it over to
And
the
then you'll
vapor.
switch it. Okay, so you do switch it.
Yeah, and this helps with that the cycle when you're trying to cycle all the refrigerant through when you're not using your manifold gauges. So if this would be hooked up to there, and then that would be the whole cycle. Remember we were watching the diagram on that? I forgot. That's called what was the name of that? Does anyone remember the name of that?
Oh, that's a two-cycle?
Yeah, the two-cycle recovery. Yeah, there you go.
Got it.
So that's how you make sure you remove every little drop of
Refrigerant?
refrigerant. Yeah. And you're cycling it back through the machine.
Right. And then tomorrow we're gonna put it back.
Yes, yeah, we gotta put it back tomorrow. So when you put it back tomorrow, we have to start by charging it
Yeah.
with the compressor off.
I've seen it.
Right.
Okay. So you start by charging it, and then basically remember what this sounded like before I turned it on here. You heard it going into it. Okay, so that's what we will do for the compressor until we can't hear it traveling anymore.
Right.
Once we stop hearing it travel, then we'll turn the compressor on, and I'll show you guys where the gauges need to be and how we know we got enough refrigerant in
So
there.
you're just using
Got
the
it.
pressure that was in the system to take it out? Yeah, initially.
Yeah. And
Okay.
then I'm going to use the pressure from the tank to put it back in, and then we'll turn our compressor on.
So basically, when you put it back in, you do the reverse thing. You put the liquid back in first, then you put the vapors. The same
No,
thing, but
no, you only put liquid in when you charge a 410A. Yeah, there is no switching the tank to vapor. So if you get a tank, grab an empty jug of that
you
pink
got it right here.
410A,
Right here.
right over there, guys.
Yeah.
The 410A though, the pink one.
The pink one.
So if you guys can feel this
It only charges one
on the
way.
bottom, you can feel it filling up, and it's getting colder. Okay, so here's a jug of our 410. Okay, and you see the arrows where it says this end up for liquid. That means when I turn this tank upside down, I can now charge it as a liquid. Okay, if it's right side up, I charge it as a vapor. But this refrigerant can never be charged as a vapor. It can only be charged as a liquid.
Because it is a mixture, right?
Yes,
And the molecules would be easier to break apart.
correct.
So are we going to be able to, in liquid form, charge
Yeah,
fully?
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. We have a whole tank. We got a little bit in here.
No. From this tank, when we go to put this back in, we're going to go on the liquid side. So it's going to be the blue side. We're going to put it in.
Yes, we're going to be charging it on the blue side, the suction line. We don't
Okay.
charge liquid lines for any circumstance. You never charge by opening up my liquid side, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Now you open it for the vapors? Is that what you just did?
Yeah, I'm opening it up because it's taking way too long.
You got both open at the same time or just one?
Yeah, I'm opening. They're both open now.
They both go to the same place.
Yeah, the one vapor, the one physical.
You shake the tank.
Yeah, you can shake the tank. They'll start to
How do
they'll
you
start to
know?
freeze on you.
Because it's so light. How do you know
Yeah.
that?
Use the scale. You weigh it.
Because you just say it's like this.
It's got a little charge left
Yeah,
in it.
that's
yeah.
what I was saying.
Yeah. I can feel it move in there. But when you start charging it, it'll freeze.
You have to turn the other,
Yes.
to leave it upside down too.
What?
The cycle, the cover cylinder. You recharge it.
Oh, if I'm charging this?
Yes. You got to turn it upside down. Okay,
No, because I think if I'm using the liquid line, that's already attached to the bottom of it. But I think I'd have to double check that. That's a good question.
I thought that one was like that too, but you can still.
No, it's not. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's why it doesn't have two gauges like the other one.
Yeah. That's a good question.
So if you were to warm this up, this would speed up the process, you said?
Yeah.
Just don't put fire on it. Yeah, open flame.
Yeah, let's get up the process. This is taking forever.
Yeah. Or heat gun.
So anytime you guys disattach hoses, oh, that's part of why the thing was open. Dumbass.
Okay, let me see your license.
All right, so if this was all open, I would continuously be feeding this refrigerant.
Yeah, you raise that.